Hello, everyone. I am Carlton T. Clay. Welcome to Celebrating Black Excellence. Our next guests are making history not just locally, but regionally and statewide. We have Israel Butler, Kaden O'Brien, and Anthony Daley Jr. How y'all doing today?
Good, about you?
Doing good, doing good. Thank y'all so much for being here. Congratulations on all the things that you're doing. This is great. Not just again for the city, but you guys are making your names known nationwide. This is dope.
Yeah.
Thank
you. Thank you for the opportunity.
No problem, no problem. Now, how long have you two been gaming?
My whole life.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of at the start, as I can remember, since I was like 7.
Okay. And what about? I mean, obviously, video games fascinating us as we're kids. Mm-hmm. But like, what about it specifically made you want to say, "Hey, I want to do it as a sport"?
When I was younger, when YouTube, I was all over YouTube and stuff like that, and often because I game, gamers would get suggested to me, and that's when I found out that they do gaming as a sport, and so kind of came in my head that'd be cool to be on a team with people I never met before and play a game and compete.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What about you?
Well, like I was also a fan of YouTube, watching people grow up. I honestly wanted to be a YouTuber myself. It didn't really go out as the way I wanted to, but thinking about because I'm a competitive person, and so having people I can learn from and be better from was just an amazing experience.
Nice. Now, Israel, you are the engineering and technology instructor at ARC.
Yes, sir.
Now, what got you inspired to be going to engineering and technology? Like, what pushed you as a kid?
I've always loved electronics. When I was a kid, this was way back in the day, my students joke about me being super old.
Oh, God.
So I had one of the big TVs. So before we got cable in the house to get get all the local channels in, I used to hook up a coat hanger to the back of the TV and get signal into my room to get those extra channels. So I've always loved tinkering with electronics. I've always loved video games. I've always loved understanding how different types of technology pieces work. So that's pretty much how I kind of fell into the profession of teaching my own curiosity about these things to students.
Now, my understanding is you self-funded this esports program that the students are participating in. Now, what inspired you to say, "Hey, I want to do this"?
Well, I always joke with everybody. It started over a breakfast burrito during my planning period. So I was just wondering. I felt like I was just coming to school, teaching, doing all types of clerical work, and then going home. I wanted more out of my profession, so I just researched how to bring an esports team to the school I was at, which then was Richmond. That was during the 21-22 school year. I looked it up. I found Play VS. I ran it by the necessary people in the school building in the district, and they pretty much said we can do it, but the problem will be funding. And what motivated me to bring it was that the fact that I didn't want money to be the reason why this opportunity couldn't be afforded to my students. So I'm a gamer just like them. I have a bunch of video game consoles today, so I already had half of it. The other half was just making sure I was up to date with all the game titles, the different game titles that my team competes in, and just paying the league fees, which nowadays PlayVS offers free memberships to high schools as long as they have the setup and a coach willing to go out there and bring it to the students and the school district that's willing to comply. It's free for students. So now I've got everything I need, so I just look forward to recruiting students and competing.
What is the training like when it comes to esports? Because obviously I play games, but I play for fun. Not that great, but I definitely ain't nobody that's trying to compete. I ain't got the skills for all that. But what exactly does it take to train when it comes to esports?
I'd say when it comes to gaming, everybody has their own personal skill level, what they're good at, what they're not good at. And so since you're so unique, you have to go on self-training, I guess. You have to. For me, we all play by ourselves, and we go into competitive mode or whatever, and that's our training. And focus on what our weaknesses are and not our strong suits, because you're good at what you're good at, but your weaknesses kind of hold you back. So that's our training.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you two are a part of the Rocket League.
Yeah.
So what exactly does that entail? What does that mean?
For Rocket League, well, it's kind of unique because since it's usually a 3-man team. Usually we all play together because as a team you need chemistry, and when you don't have chemistry, things kind of go wrong because you can't coordinate and whatever. So we often play together to build our chemistry so that even though we are good players, things don't go wrong when situations get dire and stuff like that.
Nice. And Israel, are there more teams involved other than Rocket team?
Yes.
So, Rocket League. So what are
we've
those
got
teams?
a Rocket League team.
Okay.
We have our college football 25 team, which won the runner-up Eastern Region runner-up last year. We also have a Madden team, a 2K team, and right now our Street Fighter team is competing at nationals. So I'm always looking to grow the program, but right now those are the main games that we compete in.
Okay. And can you talk about the mission statement, like when it comes to competitive gaming?
So when it comes to competitive gaming, number one, which is the message is conveyed in all youth sports. Number one, you want to make sure you have fun. Fun is first and foremost. Also, I also make sure that the students' grades are where they need to be. So academics is another. I guess academics would be first, and then having fun. So the academics have to be there. But at the end of the day, this is a growing industry. It entails a lot of 21st century skills, not only on the game part, but also streaming the games, that communication. So I guess essentially what my mission is to bring a program to the students that they benefit from, that'll get them involved in something that your traditional sports might not necessarily appeal to these students. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. And it's a growing field. It's the Wild Wild West right now, so things are slowly coming into formation as it should. So it is its own cottage industry. Students can go from high school to college or professional, and this is one of the few industries where a student as young as 14 or younger can be considered professional.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, Kaden and Anthony, the Rocket League team ranked number 33 in the nation for high school sports, esports. How does that make you feel?
It feels good because when you think about the nation, you have to consider how many teams there are. Making it in the top 100 is good as itself, but making it in the top 50, it feels extraordinary because we're one of the few teams out there. We may not stand out from first, second, or third, but we're still good competitors.
Yeah, that's again, like I said, the top 50.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's really good. As an educator, how does that make you feel again? Because you, this is the CSRA's first high school esports program. You brought that. So how does that make you feel as an educator that you're doing something that's so positive to these students?
Well, I mean, it's I don't know how to feel yet, to be honest, because it's just everything has just been so grassroots. Just the amount of success that we've had this year alone, it's just been amazing. When I returned to Richmond, my goal was just to bring the program back. I wasn't expecting to win a Rocket League championship. I wasn't expecting to be runner-up for college football. I wasn't expecting a championship win for Street Fighter or a national Plavius Cup run. So it's very surreal, and I got to give it to the students, because at the end of the day, they earned it. They didn't have to show up, because like I said, this is an industry that is forming. And there are other teams throughout the CSRA. I know Columbia County has some teams, Burke County has a team, but this is within Richmond County alone, this is probably one of the most prosperous esports programs in the school district. But I owe it all to the students, because like I said, they didn't have to show up. They kind of went out on a step of faith and competed. There was no scholarships guaranteed. Like I said, everything's still forming. So it's been quite the joyride, I'll say that.
Absolutely. You guys definitely need to make sure you enjoy the ride and continue to ride the wave. Kaden and Anthony, what's next for you as far as esports? How do you see your future forming doing all of this?
When I first joined back in last year, the second semester, I was kind of hesitant at first. I was thinking, oh yeah, high school esports teams. I've known about them before, and so I didn't think much of it. But when we got into the playoffs, I was like, okay, this can go somewhere. And then we won the championship for the fall, and I was like, dang, I might have a chance to play this in the future. And so when we got a chance to go to nationals, that's when I about decided I want to do this for college and become a professional.
What about you?
Well, I'm not sure right now on college, because I just graduated, so I'm still thinking. But this has definitely grown on me to have it in the mind that I could, if I continue to train, I could be better and I could be on a college level and compete in college.
Absolutely. Now, Israel, what do you see? What is your vision overall for competitive gaming in the CSR? What would you like to see? How would you like to see this grow?
I would like to see more schools, especially in Richmond County, because we got a lot of high schools. I'd like to see more high schools with an esports program, just because this is an outlet where kids who, like I said earlier, might not have had a shot at football, basketball, and the other sports. This is one arena where they truly shine. And just within one school year alone, for our program to have as many accolades, I can see that happening at other schools. They, whether it's within Rocket League or other titles like Super Smash Brothers, or there's even chess. They even offer chess in esports. There could be a kid at a school, whether it be Butler, Laney, wherever, who's really good at that, and they take their talent to a regional or state level, and that could be a pathway into college for them, because there are scholarships that accompany the top teams. So I would really like to see this in more schools in the county.
Awesome. Well, this is definitely a great idea. I wish we had something like this. When I was coming up, you know what I'm saying? Not trying to sound, as y'all say, old, but but this is great. Israel, thank you for what you're doing. Fellas, congratulations and all that you're doing. Continue to make us proud here in the city. We definitely appreciate you for sure. All right?
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, everyone. I am Carlton T. Clay. This is Celebrate Black Excellence. We celebrate Black Excellence every day. Have a good one.